Yeah, sure. So first I want to welcome everybody here, and some of you, your cameras aren't on, and maybe that's, oh, Emily's got to do that. But I just usually like to say there's a couple fun little ground rules, and I don't like to say ground rules, but what we're going to do as we go. So the first is we like to have your video on because this is a fun interactive thing. So as long as it can support without crashing, we'd love to see all of you. And then I think in your packets you got little tasting sheets that were sent along. If you could keep really good notes on there and write down not just, oh, I like this was good, but maybe write down why you really, what things you may have liked about something and what you didn't like, and if you preferred one over the other. And then just scan it. You can take a picture of it and email it back to me afterwards. That would be great. And then the last rule is if I see any kids or pets pop up into the screen or spouses, you have to come introduce them. So, you know, that's kind of the rule I go by. And then most pardon me?
No.
Okay. And then most importantly, we want you guys to have fun. This is supposed to be interactive and all that. And then Brian Wilson, I'll introduce him. Brian Wilson's up, I don't know where he's on your screen, but he does our applications, part of our applications team. And then Julia DeCruz over here is our Director of R&D and Innovation. So they're both online as well. And I work in BizDev, so I work a lot with small and emerging brands to help bring them along. I've had over 40 years, or close to 40 years in the food industry, and various from technical all the way through to sales. So got a lot of connections. If you need help or solutions, if I don't have an answer, we can put you in the right direction. So with that, I emailed you guys the PowerPoint presentation. You don't have to, I didn't want to print them out, and we don't want to go back and forth. So I'm just going to tell you a quick little bit about us, and then Brian will kind of go through a little of the other things. So Prova, we are a third generation family owned company. Muriel Lacotte is the granddaughter of the founder, and she is our CEO. So it's pretty exciting. We were founded on our basic core business was vanilla extract. And then through the years, we've developed the extraction through to coffee and cocoa. And then we develop what we call sweet brown flavors. So we don't do a lot of fruity tooty stuff like, you know, a straight lemon or a straight strawberry, but sometimes we can combine them with other things. Like we have a bananas Foster flavor that's really great for things. And so that's kind of who we are and what we do. We manufacture in France. We have warehouses, applications labs, innovation labs in just north of Boston. And we're open to working with you. We work a lot with our customers, sending in your base and work with it. If before COVID, you could actually come in with us. Right now, we're a little hesitant on that, but after we get this all cleared, you're welcome to come visit anytime. So are there any questions before we move on? Okay, Brian's going to tell you a little bit about, we'll start with vanilla, sorry, and talk a little bit about vanilla, and then we'll do some tastings, and then we'll move into, was it the cocoa next, or the, I can't remember what we've got.
The caramel, and then we'll finish with the cocoa, because the cocoa is pretty strong.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Yep. Okay, so go ahead and start.
Yeah, so my quick introduction, right? So like Melanie said, I manage the applications lab here in our Massachusetts facility. I've been with Prova for almost 5 years now in the applications, doing a whole lot of tasting and sensory work, and did not realize how much I actually love vanilla until I joined, and also how complex it is, along with how complex flavors are in general. So I'm really excited to kind of give everyone a little more, nuance to some of the vanillas and the things that we kind of think as simple, and show that, you know, there's a much deeper dive we can always go into. So like Melanie said, we're going to start with vanilla. I'm going to give just a couple quick little background ideas, and then we'll dive right into the tasting, because that's the fun part. So for those that are unaware, there's the top 5 major producers of vanilla are, Madagascar,